you know what I'm drinking here? You might say it's water, but it's actually not. It's the free electrolyte drink you can get anywhere if you live near some kind of a part of the nature. So basically what this is just birch sap, and today I'm gonna talk about why is it good for drinking and how you can acquire it by yourself. So basically, birch water, also known as birch sap, is harvested in early spring and has clear color, as you can see here, and slightly sweet flavor. And you can get like bottles of birch water in the shops or online. It's not like hard to find, but I recommend getting it from the tree. I get it from the tree too. I will talk about that later. It has a serving of 300 milliliters, has 9 calories because there's 3 grams of sugar in there, and it has some calcium, magnesium, and a lot of manganese and some zinc too. You know, and specific amounts might vary, from the region you're living, from the bitch you're taking the water from, but it's high in polyphenol, I don't know, Google it. And, it's an antioxidant which protects your cells against damage from unsustainable molecules called free radicals. So basically, this thing can even protect you from free radicals, so that's a good thing, isn't it? So, beach water is slightly sweet, it's a low calorie, low sugar, high in magnesium, manganese, and antioxidants. Antioxidants, okay, that's what it is. Antioxidants, and it may also boost your skin glow, but it needs a little bit more research. But it has done like research where they take like in skin products they put birch sap rather than water, and it just works better. So I don't know, maybe consider making some fancy skin product with this thing, and but there's a little downside, which is that it has a lot of manganese, which can cause manganese toxicity into your body. But if like the upper limit of manganese that you can consume in a day is 9 to 11 milligrams for adults and 2 to 6 milligrams for children. So, that's it. But consider that 300 milliliters of this thing has 3 milligrams of manganese. I think 3 milligrams of manganese, right? So, yeah, basically that's it. And yeah, one more thing. If you're allergic to birch pollen, you better be avoiding this thing because then it may do the same thing that birch pollen does to you. So if you're allergic, don't drink it. And now I'm gonna talk about how you can acquire it. So basically what you need to do is you need to go to the forest and search for a birch that's at least like 20 centimeters wide, that has a diameter of 20 centimeters. Then what you may want to do is you need to drill a hole into the birch that's not 2 centimeters of a diameter. It needs to be smaller than 2 centimeters. I don't know the laws in your country, but in my country it needs to be less than 2 centimeters of a hole, diameter. Then you drill it out, right? Like in an upward angle. And then what you can do, I know there's a lot of methods and stuff, but just stick some kind of that thing, like maybe make it from metal, maybe from wood, and just pound it into the wood. So, the birch sap, if there's the hole, so there you put this thing, and then it flows here. And then you just get some kind of a bowl or some kind of a jar, and then it just flows here. And if you want to prevent it from bugs and other kinds of stuff falling in there, maybe it's raining, just put like have like a bag And you know, there's like the thing that's it's flowing from, like that kind of angle thing, you know, that I don't know how to call it, like a half pipe. And then you put like the bag on this. You get it with a gum, you know, like it with a rubber gum, so it can flow like that, you know, like the rubber gum. It's not preventing it; it's going through the top here, so it flows here. You get to the bag on there, and then the bag should run to the jar, and you get a rubber band on there. So when it's raining, it can only get like in this little place from the tree to the rubber band. So yeah, it's basically you're not gonna get rain or insects in there if you put it like that. You know, yesterday I got an ant in there, but I rescued it. I got it out. It's living. It's okay. You know. So yeah, that's about it. It's like a really good beverage, and you might consider it because it's not estrogenic. It's just from the nature. It's just like it's basically the water that like birch collects in the you know in the winter, and then it starts melting and having all the minerals that it collected in the winter put in there too, and then it flows out. And it even is considered to help with bone loss, or with, you know, if you're a growing organism, it could help you too, because you're growing, your bones need growth, it has calcium, it has zinc, and you know, it's a good thing. You can compare it with you can't compare it with, you know, coconut, but it has a little bit less electrolytes. There hasn't been made studies about that, but you know, it has less sugar, so it might even be better. You can collect the sap in the first few weeks of March, basically in the beginning of spring. So basically, the protocol of collecting bear sap is you make those tools for yourself. You go find a birch, you drill a hole in it that's less than 2 centimeters in diameter, less than 4 centimeters in, you know, I don't know, length and deepness. Yeah, and then you get the half pipe in there like that. It's flowing here. You get the jug, and then you put a bag on it, and that's it. You have some good non-estrogenic drink that you can drink all the time, and it's actually really refreshing. If it's summer, bro, just like, you know, it's really good. And if you want to store it, you can only freeze it, because if it's not frozen, it will like ferment and it will be different. So basically, store it in the fridge. So yeah, if it's not spring right now in your country, remember that when spring starts, go search for a birch tree. But just Google a little bit about the laws of your country, because in my country it's legal to do that, but I don't know about yours. So just do a little bit of research. Okay, so I'm basically in the forest right now, and what I'm doing here, you might ask, I'm going to pick up to harvest my sap. Basically, through the night it flows like I don't know, 1.5 liters. So it may vary of the size, you know, of the size of the tree, and the time you're putting it, and just the region you're in. So basically, just, you know, see, like, get it going for like, I don't know, like, set it up, go home or go to some kind of an event for like, it'll be fine if you go for like 2, 3, 4 hours, you know. So basically just go out for some time and then come check it, how much it filled up. And the speed may vary, you know. If you start it up early, the speed might be like slow a little bit, but then it might start to be faster. So yeah, basically through the night, this batch that I'm tapping from got how much? 1.5 liters of sap. So I think that's a lot. There's not that much people in here, so I'm just gonna go and pour my sap in and show you the setup so you can know how to do that correctly. Oh, it's already full. See? Okay, so this is the setup of mine. You can do it a little bit differently. Okay, so basically, yeah, don't forget to block all the holes you're not taking, sap from, because then the tree will lose sap from the hole that you're not taking it to. So basically, if you like drill a small hole in there just to see if there's already something flowing, just tap it in with a pin like that. It will grow out in a year or something like that. Okay, so here you can see it. It's flowing. So if you can see, there's the hole, and there's this thing. I don't even know how to call it in English. And there's just a jar. Make sure it's kind of stable, so it doesn't fall over. And what you need to get your sap, so you could just pick it with the jar, but I don't suggest that because it will not flowing, because then you have to carry a jar for filling it up. So I just suggest having some water bottles in there. So yeah, and basically you probably know what this is, a funnel, and you definitely need that. Because if you don't have that, it will be hard. And then there's one more thing you need is this thing. It's just a mesh to keep all the ants and stuff out of there, because it's you have to strain it from ants, bugs, and just like leaf stuff. So I'm just gonna pour it in. I'll see you soon. I'll show you more stuff. One thing I want to make sure you do, just like take big bottles, because I had 2 of these bottles and I filled them up almost completely. So just have enough bottles, because it will be a big loss. It won't be fun if you just don't have enough bottles for yourself. Like, why should you do that? When you can just have enough bottles and have, sorry for the footage, and have 0 losage of your sap. So basically, yeah, that's it. Just make sure to tidy it up. If it's in like a really public place, make sure to hide it a little bit, because if more guys know about this, they can just take the jug of yours. So what I do is I just got the sides up with some leaves, so it's not like super seen, yeah, just like you don't need it fully covered up. People are still good guys, but like don't have it fully out, because someone can just take it. So have that in mind. Okay, and yeah, that's it for this video.